And welcome back to another episode of PC 419. MSI have sent us another lineup of their hardware. Obviously we've done a few video cards, we've done their motherboard, and now we're doing the Gungnir 100. It is the MPG series. Now looking at it so far, just out of the box, it is a matte black finish with a 4mm tempered glass. Now you can buy these. We are, well, as far as I'm aware of at this stage of this filming, we are the only Australian review in this case, but you can buy these at $159 at the time of the review. That's in Australian dollars as well. It does support EATX motherboards, so guys out there with your EATX motherboards, it will be the case for you. Let's take on the side of the case. I'm gonna have a look and see what's inside here without dropping it. There you go. Right, out of the way, can't break. So it does support 3D printable parts, so you can 3D print the top of the case here, top of the front panel, and the bottom of the panel, side panel, or bottom panel as well at the front. You can print your logos, or you can print anything on there, and it will light up through RGB as well, so you can style it with your own effects. Now, there is on the top of the case here, it does have your power, USB 3.1s, it's got your mic and headphone jack, reset. Now the reset button does two functions, apart from reset the PC, but also too, if you hold it down for 3 seconds, it will actually change the color of all the RGB. Obviously you have to have Mystic lighting on your PC to have the control, but you can use the RGB button on top and that can control all the lighting, which I'm pretty sure will be a static color, RGB, whatever color you want to choose from. Now at the back, it does have an addressable Rgb fan, which supports MSI Mystic lighting as well, which is back here. It's a 120mm fan, 120mm exhaust fan. Got to get that out. So it does light up the back of the case. That was the only light it actually comes with. So the front of the case here has 3 120mm fans, millimeters. And if you open the front of the case up, which we'll do right now, without breaking anything, they are non-RGB. It is 3 black 120mm fans. Now it does support 3 120 or 3 140s. Now bundled up with the case as well, which is an actually really good feature from MSI, open the side panel, which I'll just put down here. Back up. It does come with an 1 to 8 port Rgb LED hub to help you obviously make your RGB needs for all the case for this case here. It is powered up with a SATA cable here. It's got at the back, which will continue on here. It's got your fan plugs there. It's got 2 2.5-inch drives for your SSDs. It's got 2 3.5-inch slots here as well, but it's got the holes for 2.5-inch drives, SSDs if you want to install them too. PSU slot. It's got obviously cable management down here as well, but it is covered by this cover here, which looks like it is, yes, it is removable. Good job MSI on that. Going to your water cooling. So water cooling, it does support 360mm rads on the top, and it does support 420mm rads at the bottom. It's got two SSD slots here, 2.5-inch drives, which are removable. So if you're not going to use them, pretty much just unscrew the drive, slide it out, and leave it out if you don't want it. Don't know if it's got support for, which we'll have a look now, for water cooling, which I'm guessing you'll have to either take off this, if you want an extended res, you can do it on here, but I don't think I see any screw holes for extended water cooling or external water cooling on the actual case, which is probably a bit of a downer to be honest. You've got plenty of ports here for your cable management, which is MSI's done an actually good job on that. Big opening here, which is non-removable, obviously for your CPU, for the CPU backplates. Yeah, so I think the best thing to do is actually probably install some parts and see how it actually really looks. Going to the quality, it is sort of a plastic feel as well. It's not a bad look, don't get me wrong. I actually do like the matte finish on some cases, especially on this one here. It's got a few extra options I do like about it, but what we're going to be installing today is the MSI Mpg Z390 motherboard, which is the gaming board from MSI. We're going to be doing, what have we got here? So we've got G-Skill Trident Z, RGB RAM. It is a 3200 MHz RAM, so we've got 32 gig RAM with that. We're going to be water cooling our CPU with the Master Liquid ML240R from Cooler Master, and then we're going to be using the i9 9900K CPU on this as well. I really can't wait to see how it looks. So I can run some B-roll and see how the Gungnir 100 actually looks with MSI products and also RGB goodness. So everything's built here in the Gungnir 100. I've got to hand it to MSI. MSI have done a fantastic job this time around on their cases. It's not an overall expensive case, but it's also to a very usable case for if it's a novice user or for the PC enthusiasts. We ended up managing going for the 3 fans at the front. I still kept them there. I put the ML240R from Cooler Master, and we've done the 2 120 fans here as well, which were push-pull config, which worked very, very well, and still gave me a ton of room in front of the Duke, which is also pushing air right through to the GPU as well. Cable management at the back was absolutely really good as well. There is obviously a panel back there that holds all your wiring, so it actually held everything pretty well, to be honest. It won't give you any issues, obviously putting your side cover on, not trying to push your wires back and having that bit of a bulge, which you don't really want in any case. But unfortunately, sometimes when you've got that many hard drives or SSDs or so forth, or your SATA cables, your power cables, your RGB lighting as well, sometimes you've got modules. This panel down here, which obviously hides all your cable management, works very, very well. So I've got a hand to MSI there. Case build itself, actually it was pretty simple, to be honest. MSI pretty much went through the entire case from start to finish on how we will build a PC into it, and I had no issues, concerns, all the holes lined up, not a problem whatsoever. Obviously going back to the Mystic lighting and obviously the RGB colours, you don't have to use Mystic lighting if you don't want to. You can just change your colours on the fly just by pressing the reset button on top here, and that actually works very, very well. With the cooling capability of the case as well, I didn't find any issues. To be honest, the ambient temperatures in the case were really, really good. Obviously blowing air right through, exhausting out from the back, had no problems whatsoever. You can install 2 more 120 or 140mm fans at the top if you really wanted to, but I'll be honest, I didn't really need it. Ours actually worked really well here. And with the obviously power supply, we used the Master Watt 750 watt from Cooler Master and the ML240R from Cooler Master Cool in 9900K, and it actually worked really, really well. So I've got a hand to MSI there. You can buy these cases for about 160 Australian dollars. They're available here in Australia altogether, which is absolutely great. Build quality of it, I've got to say, MSI actually didn't have any issues. Being the top plastic panel on top, I actually don't mind it, to be honest. I had no problems there. You got your side panel here, which I didn't put on because it is a bit reflective. You got your still side panel from there as well. I didn't get a chance to do any of the 3D printing at the front yet, but I will do it, and I will put some photos on our social media, so do stay tuned for that. But I've got a hand to MSI, done a really good job. I'm actually really happy with this because I will be using this case either for myself or be one of my sons at home, or I'll build a PC in for him because he's going to be loving this once he sees it. Obviously, I've been playing around with it, and he obviously goes, Dad, I want it. So I might build him another PC in this case for him. This could be his little case for himself. All right, guys, what do you think of the Gungnir 100? Let us know in the comments below. I love seeing the comments, and I'll actually comment myself. So whenever you see a comment, it will be directly from me. The case can be purchased for about about 160 bucks from our Australian stores, and it can obviously be purchased worldwide when they get released out. But guys, this is going to be the end of the video. I'd like to thank MSI for sending me the Gungnir 100. Do stay tuned for all our other MSI products that are getting reviewed. And also go to, obviously, if you join our Discord or our social medias, I'll put all those links in the description below. And guess what? I'll see you next one. The case here has 3 102mm fans. Millimeters.